So I was yelling at my mother, thinking she was being an obstinate bitch. She's sick again. She wasn't taking her full dose of risperidone. I knew, but she told me that when I first moved in here, and I didn't think, as long as she was taking it, I didn't think it mattered if she didn't take all of it. 1.5 she was supposed to be taking, she only was taking 1, I knew. So I didn't want nothing to do with Marion. Marion was over here lecturing me today. And then when I ran away from Marion and wanted to get away, she's like, she's like, maybe there's something wrong with you too, Laura. Look at you, you're shaking and running away from me. Yeah, because I hate you. Justified so. Laura, you and I are never going to be buddies, but, this is, you couldn't pick up the phone and tell me that your mom was sick, or you knew she wasn't taking her full dose and you didn't say it. No, you're the enemy and I hate you. My mom keeps my secrets and I kept hers because I don't believe in segments. Well, if your mother needs them, I know that now. I know it anyway. It's not like I would ever say don't take them. I just didn't tell on her, basically. Didn't tattle on her. When I knew she was getting sick again. And when she started getting sick again, it didn't even dawn on me that it was that half pill she hasn't been taking. I thought she was being an obstinate bitch. That was me. It's not her fault. And now I don't know if she's going to wind up in the hospital. My shelter friend's like, Laura, your mom, why did you do that? Why did you let her not take her? Why did you do that? I don't know. Laura, you know what I've noticed about you? I love you, honey, but you won't accept. You don't accept reality. You don't accept what is. Your mom has to take the medication. I know. It's not like I told her not to. I just didn't tattle on her. She's like my friend, but now she's sick again, and I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. And now I had to deal with Marion lecturing me. Marion still should have. I'm like, Marion, you've been there a year, Laura. I know you and I are never going to be buddies, but you couldn't pick up the phone. It just happened a few days ago. Because apparently she's like, she hasn't been taking all this time. Like, she says she takes her medication. I'm not responsible. I'm her daughter and I love her and I'm not her nurse. You know what I mean? Then why do I even have you living here? That's what she said. I didn't say I'm her daughter, not her nurse, but it's true. She keeps my secrets. I didn't want Mary to know that I got $17,000 Social Security back pay. My mom kept my secret. I don't want Mary to know about YouTube, and my mom keeps my secret, so I didn't tell on her that she was only taking 1 pill instead of 1.5 a day. And I didn't think it would matter, but it did. I really shouldn't be condemned. It's not like I'm this, well-adjusted, sane, stable woman who's going to work night, and businesswoman and whatnot. And no, my mom's like my buddy, and she's nice. And even Miriam was saying, like, Laura's your best friend, isn't she? But my shelter friend, like, Laura, why would you do that? You can't fuck with your mom's medication. I didn't fuck with it. I just didn't tell on her. I didn't tattle. Now Marion knows how I feel about her. I ran away from her, told her to get away from me, and do you think she got away from me? No! She was right in my face, right over there. At least she didn't start screaming at me, but she lectured me. And what she said was, I thought, well, I said to Mary, I said it to her, like, well, you know, she's upset about so-and-so dying, and I thought that's no, she'd be fine, Laura. She has to take her medication since she's off her chemicals, Bella. It's really boiling hot out today. I can't power walk in this heat. Sure, Mary went home to her husband. She went home to her husband. You're not going to believe this. Samantha wasn't taking her right medication. Laura knew about it and didn't tell me. Do you believe this? She didn't believe it. I did say to Mary, though, I'm like, well, maybe my mom can't be, you know, maybe she has to be on, she was on this prolixion shots all this year. Maybe she can't be responsible to take her own medication. I mean, look, it would happen. I'm not her nurse. Well, then she goes, if you're not going to do stuff like this, why do I even have you? No, I let you live here. Yeah, and that's part of my hatred towards you, Marion, because it shouldn't be up to you. It shouldn't be up to you. It should be up to my mom. And I was wrong. I should have tattled on my mom, but I didn't. She begged me. She asked me not to, and she was fine. She wasn't sick at all. But that's how it is when she doesn't take her. She knew she was taking it, and she was fine. I thought everything was fine. It's not. It's not. I was supposed to go get my bikini waxed today. Instead, I'm huddled behind this door, thinking that Marion doesn't know I'm here. And I don't think she did know. But I think my mom gave it away at the end, and my mom gave it away. My mom kept quiet. I'm like, oh, my mom's doing good. She's not, you know. And then at the last minute, I have to tell Laura we're going to such and such store. I'm like, great, Mom. And then Marion came down here, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. What are you doing hiding behind your door? Well, for one thing, thinking that you don't know that I'm here because my mom had said I had left, and you probably thought I had already left, but my mom thought I was leaving earlier than I actually left. I'm seeing if you're going to say anything, you know. And my mom confessed. At first my mom lied about it, but then my mom confessed that she'd only been taking 1 instead of 1.5 because she didn't know how to cut it in half. Well, couldn't Laura show you? Laura doesn't want anything to do with my medication. Well, what is she here for then? I'm not living off my mom, that's for damn sure. I didn't want her to have all this money. I asked her if she would be willing to go and open up. Well, she had said she thought she was going to open up a bank account anyway, so you shouldn't keep money in your house. So we opened up a little bank account for her for close to $2,000. $20 shy of $2,000. And it's not like Marion can't still access it. Marion can access anything. Her name doesn't actually have to be on the account because she can just prove she has power of attorney. Whatever. Just proves that my mom wants that money separate. And I didn't want to risk, when she's sick. Anything could happen. I'm like, I've been paying her. I'm not going to have this money disappear or her, offer it out to the gods or something. I don't know what she'll do when she's sick. She tried to hurt me when she was sick 20 years ago. So I got the money in the bank account. luckily her friend drove us, but Mom, if you won't, at least she agreed to it. If you won't do it, let me open it up in my name. Well, no, it just be only have your money in it, just so it's not in the house. She agreed to it. I can't believe it, because I didn't trust it. It could have disappeared, and I didn't pay her all these months, because it's that amount, but I paid her more. I've bought all the food, all the dog food, paid for my internet, which that's extra, but paid for my share of electricity. I mean, with the increase in electricity, that was extra, but I bought all the food, and I buy good food, all the dog food. I pay everything for Omar, his shot, his vet bill, and his nails cut and whatnot. She pays for her own dog. And I buy all the household things, like toilet paper, paper towels, soap, dishwasher, liquid, blah, 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 whatever. It adds up. I've paid the equivalent of rent here. Definitely, I've paid like $500 a month. I've paid the equivalent of rent. So her monthly little money that she gets doled out has gone under her bed. Plus it's gone to buy clothes, and to buy this, and to buy that, and to go with her friend on vacation. But, it still was close to $2,000, and I don't want that much money in the house, and I don't want her having access to it when she's sick. She can just throw it away. You don't know what people are going to do with it. So, at least accomplish that. Even if she does wind up in the hospital, at least she got her money away from her, so, she doesn't need to have all that money under her bed. It's not a wise thing. Not that anyone's going to steal it, but I don't want her having that access to it when she's sick. You don't know what she's going to do when she's sick. You cannot predict it. I'm such a fucking bitch. I didn't want to believe she was sick when she's taking her medication. It went out of, I wasn't even thinking about the half pill. I know she's been fine. I know she's been taking her medication. I wasn't thinking about the half pill. To me, it's like, oh, she takes 1 or 1.5. It's still the same. No. Apparently not. I guess the risperidone's probably the antipsychotic. I don't know. She takes Depakote, she takes risperidone, she takes Prolix. She didn't used to have to take all of these. She only used to have to take a small dosage of Prolix in all these years, and now she has to be on 3 powerful psych meds. And yeah, I admit it, Marion. I'm not going to say it to you, but you're not stupid. I said to her, I don't believe in psych meds. Well, your mother needs them. Yeah, I know. And I was in on it. I mean, she'd been doing it. I didn't tell you because I hate you. Why am I going to pick up the phone and tattle on my mom when I'm living here and I'm going to tattle on her? But now she wind up in the hospital, so I've learned my lesson, haven't I?